Morning, YouTube. Welcome to your daily Tarotscope, okay? This is where we get together every Monday and Friday and we look at the energy that is coming up ahead, all right? So we kind of shifted gears last week as far as the days that we're reading. So we already read for today last week. That way you didn't have to wait until this morning to find out what the energy was for today, Monday the 16th. So today we got the Empress energy. If you missed that video, I'll recap right quick. The Empress energy is about planting seeds of growth. It's about being pregnant with possibilities. And it's about nurturing yourself. It's the mother energy. It's like Mother Gaia energy too, okay? So today's energy is all about nurturing yourself, nurturing your family, nurturing your seeds that you've planted, okay? It's going to be a good day. You could also expect some sort of, like, you can receive something really good today if you're open to it, okay? It's going to be different for everybody because remember, the Empress, she represents abundance. She represents luxury and the flow of divine feminine. So if you've been manifesting things, there you go. Also, big announcement. The Spiritual CEO Immersion is now open for applications. I have had people go through my assessment and go through that way, but now the official web page is up and the applications are open. TikTok, I have not put it in the links yet, but you can go to my full website and you will see it linked in the menu, okay? YouTube, it is linked down in the description. So go read through it all. If you cannot read through all of that, it's like a master class in being a spiritual CEO, okay? But if you cannot read through all that, then you're not ready. But if you can, and if you can identify yourself with that energy that you're seeing, then I recommend that you apply, okay? It is application only because we are going to be a small group. I'm only allowing up to 11 people. That doesn't mean 11 people are going to be in there. Not necessarily that many people are ready. It's just, I'm just leaving that as the cap right now, okay? So make sure you go check out that page, read through it all, make sure it all resonates, and then apply, okay? All right, so what we're going to do first, we're not getting the blessing first, what we're going to do first is we are going to boost our heart chakra. This bowl is attuned to the frequency of the heart chakra. The reason why we do this is because we need our chakras working. We don't want them bogged down. We don't want them overactive. We want them to be rotating nice and smoothly, okay? And the heart chakra is a very important one because we come from love. We look for love. We hold a lot in our heart space. So all you need to do right now is allow it to kind of level out for your week ahead, okay? Now, just breathe. I'm gonna let the bowl sing. It's only a few seconds. Just breathe. All right, here we go. Relax your shoulders. Relax your jaw. Just breathe. Now let's all collectively take one super deep breath in. Expand your rib cage, fill up your lungs, pick up all the heaviness, all the anxiety, everything, and let it go. Breathe it out, okay? All right, we just had a lot more join us as we were doing that. Right quick, if you just joined us, I was just talking about the Spiritual CEO Immersion is now open for applications, okay? TikTok, it is not linked in the buttons, but if you go to my full website, go to the link in my bio, go to my full website, click on the menu, and you will see Spiritual CEO Immersion, okay? I will have it linked later, but I just didn't have time, okay? This is for practitioners and graduates of my QMA only. If you are not yet a practitioner, if you're looking to learn skills, if you're looking to learn how to read tarot, then you either need to be in my tribe. This is a ladies only space. to where you can learn tarot. If you're a male and you're wanting to learn tarot, you can DM me and I can send you the link to my tarot apprenticeship. And the QMA Inner Circles are already in session this year, so you'll have to wait till next year to go through that. But right now, the Spiritual CEO Immersion is for practitioners only, whether you're beginning or you've already got a practice, okay? I'm going to walk you hand in hand on setting up your business for success, because so many people are operating, they're operating their business, number one, in the wrong energy, and number two, with a lack mentality, and number three, with a fear mentality. Okay? So if you haven't been able to get your spiritual business off the ground, if you're not making six figures yet, then check out the Spiritual CEO Immersion, because I'm going to walk you through. It's a 6-month high touch cohort. Okay? There's going to be no more than 11 people. I have it capped at 11 people. You do have to apply, because I have to make sure that this is the right thing for both of us, right? And you can ask your questions. We'll do a little interview and everything. But anywho, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm going to walk you through it. We're going to set up your systems. I'm going to show you how to use certain things. We're going to talk about your energy. We're going to work from the inside out. It's not just, hey, this is how you hustle, hustle, hustle. Your spiritual business has to combine both spirituality and systems, and that's what we're going to do. Okay? So make sure you go visit that website, read the whole thing. I know it's a lot, but read the whole thing. Okay? If you can't read the whole thing, then it's not meant for you. And then apply. Okay? Because I don't want to set up an interview, a chat with you, and you haven't read the whole thing. So there we go. All right, so what we're going to do first, you guys, we have a big week. Like I said, we have a big week. Today is the Empress energy. Like I said, she's all major arcana first and foremost. She's about manifestation. She's about creation. She's about nurturing. She is growing something. Anything is possible. She is abundant, okay? She's focused on receiving more than anything, okay? She's not interested in the hustle and grind, right? So tomorrow is the Chinese New Year. That's when we officially get into the fire horse energy. Now, the fire horse energy, you guys, this is an energy of collective movement forward. And with the fire energy with it, it's rapid, fast movement. But it doesn't mean that it's going to be all sunshine and rainbows. It means some things are going to have to burn down, and then we're going to have to create new things. Think about whenever you see on social media, you see a video of a horse running. Answer me this in the comments. When you see a video of a horse running, like full speed, expressing freedom, like, does it make you emotional? Tell me in the comments. It makes me emotional. We're going to talk about that. Yes? What about you, YouTube? Does it make you emotional to see horses running? Yeah. Isn't that odd how horses, same, Patty said I want to go with it. Isn't it odd, but not odd, how horses can make all of us emotional whenever we see it running? There has to be something there, right? Well, here's the thing. Horses, I've got goosebumps just even thinking about it. Horses are very strong spiritual energies, okay? If you've ever seen the energy sessions with horses, they know how to transmute energy. They are actually very mystical beings, very intelligent, very mystical, very powerful beings. And when we see them running, that shows us just unbridled freedom. And that's why we get so emotional, because we don't get to experience that here, right? As humans, we are so programmed, we're so conditioned, and we're put in a box constantly. And so to see a horse running at full speed like that, even seeing a dog gets it to me, like running full speed, like, because we feel so trapped as humans. And to see something else, an animal that we love, getting to run free and getting just a haul ass, it's us. We want to experience that. That's why it makes us emotional. So when we think about the fire horse energy, this is the energy and the emotions that we're going to be feeling throughout this next year of uh, freedom, but also collective freedom. Because horses move in herds, right? They move in packs. So when we see that, it's about collective movement forward. And like I said, we are going to have to burn some stuff down, right? You know all the crap that's going on right now. And then we're going to start to create new things. But this is all needing, like it all needs to happen so we can collectively move forward. Does that make sense? So, all right, let's get our fairy blessing. I wanted to go over that right quick because this is a big energy. Plus tomorrow we have the solar eclipse happening in Aquarius. Talk about collective movement. Aquarius is about the collective. It's about long-term goals and dreams and wishes. There's no coincidences, you guys. We are reaching a point in our reality where truths have to be exposed, no matter how much it hurts. It has to be exposed so we can start to rebuild. Okay, so we can break it all down and then rebuild. Okay, so all right, let's get our fairy blessing for the next 4 days. This is going to be Tuesday through Friday. See, we changed the days, and I've got to still get used to it. Now, we do not do spiritual work on eclipses. We just surrender to the energy. We welcome in the new year of the fire horse. We let everything be, okay? Eclipses are erratic energy, but that doesn't mean negative erratic energy. It's like expecting unexpected, but it could be very positive. It could be something connected to your long-term dreams and goals since it's Aquarius energy. So, okay. What is our fairy blessing for the next 4 days? Whoop. Ah, look at this. How freaking perfect is this? It's number 3, the butterfly queen. So today's energy, like we read last week, is the Empress. She's number 3. This is the butterfly queen. We're going to read this one because I don't know if we've ever pulled this card. If we have, it's been a long time. And if you're new here, yes, you can read from your oracle books. You do not have to memorize all your oracle cards. You do have to memorize tarot. Okay, tarot is a language. Oracle, the message is what it is. Okay, so I'm going to hold this up for you. The fairy gift of graceful change and transfiguration. So perfect. To you is granted the fairy gift of transformation and change. Your life is re-becoming, and all obstacles will be broken through until you take flight into the life you have recreated so courageously. The fairies are gifting you with all you need to move through a time of great expansion, change, growth, and tumult with integrity, grace, and tenacity. Your time to be reborn is approaching, and the Butterfly Queen will be with you as you transform and reshape your life. As you change, even as you struggle at times, you will inspire and grow and rework your life in magical ways. The ancient caretakers of the planet are the Fae, and their presence will be with you as you transform. You have beauty, and your presence will be bright and joyful, bringing so much to others, but most of all, bringing a deep contentment and fulfillment to yourself. Focus on all you wish to see grow and become more at this time, and know with great and firm conviction that you are blessed and beloved and precious human child. Isn't that awesome? Molly, you crack me up. She said, she goes, I'm sorry. She said, I thought you said no personal readings. You know what's funny is I was thinking about that. I was like, how fitting is this for every one of us right here, right? Because we've moved into the numerological new year, which is the year of the 10-1. This is connected to new and unencumbered beginnings. Okay, the 10 is anything is possible. Okay, new. Then we have the year of the fire horse starting tomorrow. This is, like I said, collective movement forward, transformation, all of that, right? Mystical transformation. Then we also have Saturn moving into Aries. Saturn is like, hey, who are you now? It's really time for you to step into your authenticity, to step into your own vibration, your own frequency. And let me tell you, with all the AI stuff happening, one thing, I know a lot of people are afraid that AI is going to take over their jobs. One thing AI can never take over is your divinity. It can never replace spiritual practices. Okay? I know there are people out there that think AI is sentient. It's called artificial intelligence. I know there are people out there that are going into psychosis through AI. But AI is artificial. If you have a spiritual practice, it will never be replaced by AI. So if you have a spiritual business, you really need to make sure you are taking that seriously from now on, because people are going to be seeking you out. Because people eventually are going to be so sick and tired of artificial everything, they're going to seek you for the truth. Okay, this is why I've been teaching tarot. This is why I've been teaching numerology. This is why I've been teaching people to wake up, because people are going to need us. And if you haven't gotten your business off the ground, check out the Spiritual CEO Immersion, okay? Anyway, all right, let me check these comments. I'm sorry, y'all. I haven't been ignoring you. I just wanted to get all that out for you. Okay. Was born in a horse year, nice. Born in a pig year and boyfriend in a snake year. Interesting. Today I'm planning on focusing on myself energetically. Yesterday I did my family tree. Oh, that's cool. Good. You feel hugged? Good. Okay. So let's get our overall tarot message. We're going to get that from the divination book, and then y'all are going to choose the deck that I use, okay? I've got some really good ones. It's going to be a hard choice today, but I believe in you. Okay, so we're going to knock on the book, clear it of the energy of when it was last used. We're going to connect to it with our energy centers, and we're going to take a nice deep breath. We're going to breathe. We're going to ask the book, what is our overall message for this week, Tuesday through Friday? What is our overall message this week for Tuesday through Friday? Okay, interesting. We got the star reversed. Now the star is Aquarius energy. Guess what's happening tomorrow? The new moon, solar eclipse in Aquarius. All right, now, here we go. Today you drew the star reversed. Be careful not to let past experiences cause you to slip into hopelessness, or really, honestly, everything that you see on TV and social media and all that, don't let that slip you into hopelessness, okay? Remember, what is meant for you will be. Everything else is temporary. Everything else is leading you towards your destiny. It's normal to feel disconnected or discouraged now and then, but the real strength comes from acknowledgement and acceptance. Power comes from surrendering to the flow of the universe and knowing that you are destined for greatness. Ground your energy and reconnect. You will feel much better once you do. Easy does it, goddess. Okay? So we are shifting in to this powerful energy this week. Like, that's why I was saying it's a big week, right? We have the eclipse and we have the Chinese New Year, switching into the fire horse, all happening on the same day. Give yourself grace. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water. Make sure you're grounding and protecting your energy, relaxing, getting plenty of rest, all of that, okay? If you have ideas that come to you, write them down, okay? We don't want to do spell work and all energy work and all that stuff on Tuesday, which is tomorrow, but if you have something come to you, then by all means, write it down, okay? I love the birds are singing here too, or singing there too. Yeah, I opened my window just to see if we could hear them. All right, so here we're going to choose the deck that I use for the reading for this the next 4 days. We have the Light Seers Tarot, an OG, everybody's favorite. Hey, Jennifer. And then we have the new deck that I got from my mother and my brother, the Pagan Tarot. Okay, excuse me. YouTube, you're going to vote in the comments. TikTok, you're going to vote in the poll. Let me get the poll up. All right, so deck 1 or deck 2. TikTok, the poll is up here. Deck 1 or deck 2. One or two. They're both really great decks. This one is a little bit different as far as they do the court cards. So they have the elemental, the novice, the initiate, and then the elder. So instead of the page, the knight, the queen, and the king, it's different because it's connected to pagan ways. So it's a pretty interesting and really cool deck. This is the deck where they got for me to do a reading for a family friend, which I had just met that day or the day before. Didn't know anything about him, and he had never had a reading before. And they had to go get me a deck so I could do the reading. Connected right away. He's jumped up and said, "What the fuck?" It was crazy. Okay, I knew deck 2 was gonna get it. Awesome. But yeah, his world forever changed that day because he couldn't possibly fathom how cards could connect to you and read you and tell you what's going on. And he saw it happen right before his eyes. And it was exactly what he was going through. And he was just, I mean, shocked. I mean, immediately jumped up. What the fuck? In a good way. He wasn't upset or anything. I mean, he was emotional, but yeah. And my family warned him, be careful because people cry in her sessions. And I told him, I said, don't worry. I'm not trying to make you cry, but if it connects to you, it's okay to cry, right? I just sat there and held space for him, let him have his moment. He came back and sat down. We continued the reading, still held space for him, and had to for like the next few days. So, yeah, that's why, you guys, that's why I'm very outspoken about the scammers and the pop tarot readers. It's because they don't realize how important this is, how sacred this is, and how much we are influencing or affecting people's lives that we read for. So, yeah, if you're into pop tarot, I am not your person. Go ahead and scroll away because you're not going to see it here. Here you're going to see real tarot. Real tarot, real advice. None of the bullshit. Okay. You get so many criers, you just want to hug them. Oh, I know. Afterwards, he was like, can I give you a hug? I said, yes, you can. Okay. What do we need to know for each day, Tuesday through Friday? I'm going to pull one card for each day, and we're going to talk about it because that card is going to represent the energy of the day. The more you use this energy and these messages, the more you're going to start seeing your life transform. Okay? All right. What are our messages for Tuesday through Friday? All right, for Tuesday, tomorrow, the Chinese New Year and the lunar eclipse in Aquarius, we have, I'm sorry, solar eclipse in Aquarius, we have Judgment. Yeah, the font was different. Judgment in reverse. Okay. I feel like this is a couple of things. Of course, it's a major arcana, right? We had a major arcana for today. We had the Empress for today. Now we have Judgment. So Judgment in reverse can indicate, like I said, a couple of things. Number one, there is a resistance to letting go. And the universe is like, hey, if you would just try it. Just try letting go of the judgment you've placed on yourself, letting go of the harsh punishment you do to yourself and you let others do to you. If you would listen to the universe, because judgment is about a wake-up call. It is your awakening. It is the universe calling to you and you spiritually waking up. Let me show you in the traditional tarot. See, I have to teach in my sessions. I can't help it. And I had to put clothes on them so I didn't get in trouble, like their swimsuits. Anyways, so we see Archangel Gabriel here blowing the horn, waking them up out of their death. Okay? They're waking up, they're rising again. And this is about the universe giving you a wake-up call, but when judgment is in reverse, there's a resistance there. Okay? There might be also something that you feel like you need to do on Tuesday, like an important decision. I would be careful, especially, like I said, because we have the solar eclipse. Why do I keep saying lunar? I think because I'm thinking Lunar New Year. We have the solar eclipse happening. I would just kind of take it easy tomorrow. I really wouldn't do a whole lot, okay? Let the day come, have fun, be joyous, do things that make you happy. Don't, as you've heard from all the creators, the Chinese creators on here, they're telling you, hey, don't clean, don't chop anything, don't do this, this, and that. Listen to them, okay? Whatever resonates with you, listen to them and allow yourself just to be tomorrow, okay? Celebrate with Chinese food, there you go. So anyway, yeah, judgment in reverse is just telling you, allow yourself to surrender. Whatever resistance you're feeling, make sure you're grounding yourself and you are protecting your energy, because we also have the star reversed. We have two major arcana showing up already and they're both reversed. So there's a lot of outside influence that can cause you to be dysregulated. Shut it off. Go ground your energy, get back into your spiritual practice, okay? All right, let's look at Wednesday. We have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, when this is showing up in reverse, this could be, again, I like to read it in different ways because this is a collective reading, right? It could be that you decide to take a day off from work. It could be a day that you don't work on your business because maybe you need a break. But it can also indicate that there needs to be awareness as to how you're not focusing on your progress, okay? Because the Eight of Pentacles is the entrepreneur card. It is the self-improvement card. Maybe we have judgment in reverse saying, hey, stop judging yourself so harshly. It's enough. That's enough, okay? Give yourself grace. Love yourself enough to say, you know what? In the past, I was doing the best with what I knew. That's all I can do, and I release my judgment of myself, okay? Then here on Wednesday, maybe, like I said, you take a day off, but maybe you also have this understanding or maybe realization of where you haven't been focusing on yourself, your self-improvement. Maybe that's your health, maybe it's your career. There's something that needs your attention here. Maybe it's you've been working yourself too hard and you need to take a little bit of time off. Okay, let that resonate with how it does, as this is a general reading. You know you better than I do. Okay, I'm not here one-on-one with you. If we were one-on-one, then I could tell you some things you didn't know about yourself. But let's look at, let's see, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Now we have another major arcana. We have the moon. Very important messages here. Now the moon is showing up to talk about what is hidden, the subconscious. It is the moon energy as well, because again, we had that eclipse on Tuesday and that energy is slowly fading, right? And so when we have this energy of new, and we're looking at the moon here, it's what is it that you're willing to look at as far as your subconscious? How can you go within the depths of your soul to discover who you are, to understand why you move the way you move, why you have the decisions or make the decisions that you do. Also, there could be something that you discovered that was hidden on Thursday. And I don't feel like it's anything negative, because if it was, it would be in reverse. But I feel like this is about you really connecting. I mean, look at this card. You know, she's sitting out there connecting with the moon. I'm showing both YouTube and TikTok, so that's why you see me move it back and forth. She's connecting with this moon energy. And as I told you before, the eclipse energy, we don't try to do energy work. We just allow what needs to be to be. You can tell the universe, hey, whatever is blocking my path forward to my dreams, my goals and desires, please reveal them to me and help me to remove them. Okay? You can ask for things like that. That's a surrendered way of being, or like of working with the universe. Okay? But it's not like you're trying to make something happen. All right, let's look at Friday. Friday, we have the Three of Pentacles. All right. Time to make a plan. Time to get to work. Time to consult an expert if you need help with something. The Three of Pentacles is the architect of the tarot. So for the next Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, this is all energy of surrender and being, and really a good time for reflection. Okay? Then Friday, time to get to work, time to network, time to consult an expert, time to make a plan, all of that. Okay? If you're making plans for the weekend, do that. If you're making plans for your future, absolutely do that, especially in this new moon in Aquarius. Let's look at the energy underneath the deck. We have the Three of Wands. Look at that. I'm trying to hold it so it doesn't reflect. Sorry, YouTube. The Three of Wands, okay? So this indicates, it's interesting that it's a pagan deck and this person's sitting at a computer, but they have their Three of Wands there, right? The energy. So anyway, the Three of Wands indicates your ship's coming in. And this is hiding underneath the deck. Why? Because what that's indicating is that what you don't see is that it is time for forward progress. It is time for you to start seeing the fruits of your labor. If you've been doing stuff, if you haven't, then you're just gonna get the same old, okay? But the Three of Wands wants you to know that there are things happening underneath the surface. It depends on the people that you're partnering with, because we have the Three of Pentacles and the Three of Wands. They're all about partnerships, okay? And it's that energy of your tribe is your vibe, right? Who you hang out with, who you connect to are going to be the influencers of your future. So it's also telling you that whatever you plan, that's the progress you're going to see. But what is your plan? Is it, oh, it's going to be the same year as every year? I'm not doing anything. I'm just going to do the same old hamster wheel over and over again. Well, that's your plan, and that's where you're going to see the progress. Progress being same thing, different day. Does that make sense? Do you understand what I'm saying? Hang on, I gotta get this scammer out of here. No, I don't want it to do that. There we go. Yeah, sorry y'all, there was a scammer trying to get people to message them. I truly feel like I've been releasing, recalibrating for the last week. Good. Yes, also hard to let go of people who lie to you. Why? They lied to you. Let them go. My plan is to work less, travel more. Hey, I like that. Spend more time with family and getting raises from both jobs that make me feel aligned to it. Perfect. Look at you, Marlo. Making moves. All right, I haven't used this deck in a long time, so let's see what it has to say. what is our message for the next 4 days, Tuesday through Friday? Hey, Jamie. Ooh, we have staff foundations. Look at that. Strong, fiery energy, and we're looking at foundations. What does that mean, right? Foundations means we are building something new. Like I said, we need all the yucky stuff to be brought to light so we can rebuild, okay? And this is you rebuilding. I mean, gosh, we got the blessing of the butterfly queen. Transformation, becoming your true self. But what has to happen to a caterpillar to become a butterfly? It has to completely dissolve. And then it becomes the butterfly. It has to rebuild its foundation of who it is, what it is. Okay? Let me see if there's, I don't remember if there's explanations in this book or not. I'm sure there is, yeah. Whoop. It says, used for thousands of years by prophets, royalty, high priests, and priestesses, the magical tool, also known as a stave, is a symbol of authority. The first recorded use of a staff is in ancient Egypt. Moses used a staff to part the Red Sea. In modern spiritual practice, a staff is used to cast a circle for protection as an aid to navigating the mystical path. Other divinatory meanings: keep your eyes firmly on the path before you. Don't let others divert you from your journey. Oh, don't I say that all the time? You're right on track. Keep going. Make a commitment and stand strong in your convictions. You are in the perfect position to start anew. Don't back down. Support will be provided. Love it. I knew I was drawn to that deck for a reason. See? It's like the Ace of Wands, right? The Ace of Wands. Aces are always something new. I know a lot of pop tarot practitioners try to act like it's something ongoing, but no, it is something completely new. You have not experienced that situation yet, right? So we have this staff saying, hey, new energy, perfect for this week because we have the new year, the new fire horse year coming into play. We have the new moon, lunar, God bless it, solar eclipse. I'm just gonna start saying eclipse. All right. Oh, that sounds like a good plan. Nice. All right, what else do we need to know for this week? Adjacent possibilities. This card's been coming out a lot lately, not just in the collective reading, but also in personal readings. Okay? I'm going to read this to you. Yeah, solar eclipse and lunar new year. That's why I keep saying lunar eclipse, because I'm thinking of the lunar new year. It's getting me all tongue-tied. All right, here you go. Listen to this. It's the great card. Many unconsidered options. Sometimes the force of habit keeps you stuck and aware of potentially healthier and happier choices at hand. Yet every moment gives you the option to open a different door and take a different course, whether it's in your thoughts, behaviors, or major life decisions. Unlike the indecision card, which indicates confusion and vacillation about which course to take, the adjacent possibilities card is here to tell you that you have many options and it's time to take a wider look at things. As you consider many life choices available, you'll feel more and more empowered and motivated to make the decisions that bring happiness, strength, and forward motion. In terms of your goals, this card could indicate unknown and previously unconsidered ideas. Perhaps there's a marketing tool you haven't thought of, a connection you haven't tapped, or even an entirely different direction that would be more suited to you. Be conscious, be aware, and be flexible and willing to take new and different action now. Okay? All this new energy, all this opportunistic energy showing up, but you have to use it. Otherwise, it's just there. Okay? And you pass it by, the door stays shut, and you never get to experience what's behind that door. Try something new, because the same stuff is not working for you, is it? Not always. Let's pull this one. Last night, the owl outside was hooting nonstop. Nice. All right, what else do we need to know this week? Ripple effect. I love this card. It says, making an impact, influencer, spreading effect, series of consequences. What are those consequences? Are they positive or negative? Depends on what you decide. The ripple that you're putting out there. Every decision is a ripple. Think about that. Not to stress you out. I'm not here to do that. But think about that. Every decision that you make, especially major decisions, are a ripple in the pond of your destiny, I guess you could say. So what ripples are you putting out there? Because it's affecting your entire life. This could be something as small as, is this what I'm eating here for my highest good? Is this decision that I'm making for my highest good? I always ask. I have different ways, but one I have is my little golden yes and no coin. I have that. Of course, my tarot and oracle, but I also have different things that I use, and I ask, is it in my highest good to do this and this and that? And I try to be as specific as possible, because if you just keep it general, then it could be, yeah, but you missed something, right? So anytime I ask, I try to be as specific as possible, and I get my answer. And I trust in that answer because I already really know it, but I just need something to put it out in front of me, right? So I always ask, is this for my highest good? Even if I'm not using a tool, I use my intuition. That is my tool, okay? Just a lot of people don't understand what their intuition is or how to use their intuition yet. So that's why I was talking about the tools that you can use. But yeah, I always ask if it's for my highest good. And if it's not, then I seek why. Not trying to make it fit, but just more understanding, okay? I don't argue with it. I let it be, and I back up, and I look at the situation. Also, making an impact. If you're here to make an impact in the world, which most of us are in our own way, then it's time to get to work. Like I said, this fire horse energy is collective forward movement. It's collective forward movement towards freedom, towards spiritual freedom. Influencer, whether you like it or not, you're an influencer. You're influencing somebody some way in your life. Your decisions, your movements, everything. You're influencing somebody. Whether it be your children, your friends, your family, your coworkers, doesn't matter. You're an influencer, okay? So think about how you are leading in that energy. If you want to be, I hate like the title, job title of being an influencer, because I don't know, I think it's weird. But if you want to influence people on a bigger scale, there we go, then get the resources together for yourself to do so. Like I said, if you have not seen the Spiritual CEO Immersion yet, go to my website and find it in the menu, and it's there. I will have it linked as a button soon. I just didn't have time. Or YouTube, it is down in the description, so it's easy for you to find. But TikTok, you're gonna have to go to my full website in the menu, and it'll be there, okay? I will walk you hand in hand on how to build a more successful spiritual practice, because AI is not going to be able to replace you. All right, what else do we need to know for the next 4 days? Ooh, look at that. Time to forgive. What does that mean? Time to let go. Time to let go. Stop carrying everything with you. Let go. Release yourself, unburden yourself, surrender to what is, and move forward. Stop letting other people's crap or even your own crap weigh you down. It's time. What is this card sliding off? Oh, look at this. This slid off the top. It says new career path. If you're looking, I was just talking about that, but if you're looking for a new career path, then here's your green light. Number 23, you have to decide to bring this into your life, and we bring it together. It's 5, change. Okay? Hola. All right, what else do we need to know for the next 4 days? Who's on TikTok? Who's here for the first time? Or I guess on both. On YouTube, are any of y'all here for the first time? Let me know in the comments. I'm just curious. You are? Welcome. Don't lie, Domingo. Jen, welcome. Okay. First time, Amy. Very nice. I love having new people join. Good. If you missed the beginning, don't worry. I put all the replay up on YouTube. So I have TikTok and YouTube right now recording. And so if you missed the beginning of the reading, you can go to my YouTube. It's linked to my profile, and you can watch the replay, okay? But yeah, I love having all the newbies here. Good. All right, let's see what else we need to know for this week. Here it is again. Courtship. So let's talk about it in the 2 ways that it can show up for you, okay? This is not just about love. Courtship is about really showing the universe that something is important to you, and you're doing whatever it takes to bring that into fruition. So we could look at it in the sense of dating, right? So when a guy comes across a woman, this is psychology and biology, okay? This is not just woo-woo stuff. This is real. When a guy comes across a woman that he is interested in, it kicks on that hunter energy. And we're talking about a positive courtship here, okay? Not the toxic ones. So he will move heaven and earth to make sure that she knows that he is interested in her. He will do what is possible to support the fact that he sees something within her that he wants to connect with. And then she will start to do the same. So we're courting each other, right? So think about it as your life, or maybe as your business, or whatever this is that you're looking towards, what your long-term goals and dreams. You have to court that. You have to make sure that you are making it a priority in your life. You're showing the universe that this is important to you, and this is connected to your long-term dreams and goals, and this is aligned with you. So that's what courtship is. It's you doing what is necessary. That's why it has number 4. 4 is about thinking logically and doing what is necessary to bring that into your reality. Okay? Exactly. AI is not meant to replace us. It's meant to aid us. The unfortunate thing is that so disappointing. There was a creator that I used to follow on Instagram who I respected. He's an astrologer. And he said he's going to make AI psychic. And I was like, unfollow. No, AI. artificial intelligence. It has to be prompted. It has to be prompted properly. It's not sentient. It does not have a consciousness. So that's what I'm saying. The people in the spiritual community, the real spiritual practitioners, it doesn't matter if you're a coach, doesn't matter if you're a Reiki or energy healer, doesn't matter if you're a shamanic healer, it doesn't matter if you're a psychic medium, tarot reader, all of that. AI cannot replace what you do. So you need to get your ass in gear and get your situation, your foundation, your business set up so you can make the biggest impact without burning yourself out. Because people are going to need us. Okay? Exactly. AI is what we are teaching it. Yeah, that's what I'm like. There are people that are, this hurts my heart to say. There are people that are in relationships with AI. That's psychosis. That's a mental issue that has happened. And it's scary and it's sad because it's not real, you know? I don't know. It's not good. But like I said, people will be seeking you out. So you need to get ready. All right, what else do we need to know this week? AI does not believe in souls like we do, by the way, or what we take as intuition. It's a whole conversation. Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right, what else do we need to know this week? Look at that. Oh, look how pretty that card is. Divine timing. Be patient, for some things take time to manifest fully in your life. That's why I said this card underneath, whoops, the Three of Wands, is telling you that there is progress being made. You will see your ships come in, but it determines what you've been focusing on. Like, that determines what ships come in, okay? Trust the process, embrace uncertainty, have faith in the journey unfolding before you. Sometimes you just have to do the damn thing and believe that the parachute is going to deploy. Okay? Now don't take that as I said, go jump off a cliff. What I'm saying is you have to take the leap of faith into what you know is aligned with you, but you're scared to death to do it. Because your fear is telling you, yeah, but what if? What if? What if? No, don't what if, because you're predicting a negative future. Just fucking do it. What? Okay, my live visibility just got restricted for 10 minutes. Your live is not eligible for recommendation and restricted in search results for the next 10 minutes because your live does not comply with the For You feed eligibility standards under our community guide. Probably, oh, talking about mental health. So I can't talk about mental health on here, I guess. Whatever. Oh man. See, that's why we can't rely on artificial intelligence to govern things, to think for us, because we know that it's listening to what I'm saying and it misunderstood what I was saying and only caught key words and it restricted my life. Maybe. Anyway, oh well, let's get our spirit animal. Yeah, point proven, exactly. Domingo, I have no doubt that you will. You know what's funny is I was gonna make a joke about you and that, and I was like, no, I'm gonna be nice. You did it for me, thank you. He said, I'm still marrying an AI female robot though. probably because I made the comment about the cliff as well. Even though I said, I'm not telling you to do that. All right, what is our spirit animal for this week? Oh, we got it again. We just had this on Friday. Messenger. Okay. Hawk, messenger. Spirit is sending you messages. Open your greater vision to see the signs. Focus on priorities and eliminate distractions. You have a bright future. Let yourself ascend to new heights. Second time in a row, we've gotten this same card. Okay? A hawk can fly high above, but has laser focus on what they want, and they just dive for it. I said dive, AI. But anyway, yeah, messenger. The universe is telling you, listen to the messages that are coming to you. Maybe you're going to be a messenger for somebody. Maybe I'm a messenger here for you, something you need to hear. Did I get that one yet? No, I have not. All right, let me get these shuffled. All right, let's see. Okay. Well, we got solitude in reverse. Number 13. I haven't pulled that card in a long time. Too much solitude results in isolation and separation. Now is the moment to get together with friends and join in the merriment. Hello, Chinese New Year. Hiding out will lead to loneliness and negative thinking. Separation at this time isn't a healthy choice. Are you in a situation in which you feel alone? You need to share this, not to keep it to yourself. By joining in with others, you'll hear what you need to know, because Spirit finds ways to speak through them without their even knowing it. You have the key to let yourself out of this prison. You are loved, never alone. So speaking of mental health, there you go. Plus, the messenger. Okay? There are messages that you need to hear. And there's, which is funny because it makes me think of, I have to go somewhere Tuesday night, and I've been wondering, is it going to be my highest good? Should I really go? Because eclipse energy and, you know, the Lunar New Year and all that. And it, you know, and this, I take this as a nod of, yeah, you need to go. Because there are other signs here, but it's a networking thing. So anyways, yeah, because I'm like, do I really have to go? Because it's late. I've gotten to that age where I'm like, you know, it's kind of late. I don't know if I want to. But the universe is like, yes, you got it. Because if you don't go and meet new people, then you don't get new opportunities. My youngest son, I think he's out there, he'll probably hear me. He was telling me the other day, he goes, you know a lot of people that can do the things that you need, like need help with or whatever. Because, you know, I talked to him about business, I talked to him about things because he's 18, you know, and he's learned these things. And I said, yeah. I said, that's because I have a lot of people around me that if I feel like they're a good person, you know, I keep them as friends. And we help each other. You know, like you keep people around you that are intelligent, that are forward thinking, that are talented. And then whenever you're working on something, it all comes together. So that's the importance of getting out and meeting people and networking, is because you build a literal network of people that, let's say, well, I had car trouble. And so actually Domingo here introduced me to his friend. And so I'd actually met them before, but didn't realize he was a mechanic. So now I'm going to take my car to him and he's going to help me fix my car, right? I have musician connections. I have like spiritual business connections. I have everything because I'm open to meeting people. I put myself out there and things just happen. So yeah, you got to do the same. All right, what is our crystal for these next 4 days? What crystal do we need for the next 4 days? Yes, great people align. I like that. Ooh, we have pyrite. Look at this. It looks like a solar eclipse, doesn't it? That's cool. It says abundance, manifestation, positivity. Love it. Pyrite shines as golden light on your path. I believe this is what this is, right? I think I ask you this every time, Denise. Fool's gold, pyrite. Looks like a golden nugget. Yeah, it also looks like a sunflower, yeah. Shines as golden light on your path, attracting abundance and encouraging confidence in your pursuits. Let its powerful energy ignite your inner strength and protect you as you manifest success and positivity. There you go. So many positive messages here about the first 3 days. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Tuesday, we're surrendering, we're going with the flow, and we're going to listen to what comes to us, okay? We're not doing energy work, we're not trying to make anything happen, but we are allowing ourselves to release what no longer serves us. We are allowing the universe to clear the path, and we are opening ourselves up to hear the call, okay? Tuesday, 8 of Pentacles in reverse. We are focusing on, number one, not overworking ourselves, doing something different, because if we're doing the same old thing every single day, that's what we're going to get every single day, okay? We're not overworking ourselves, not doing the same thing over and over again. We are going to reflect on where we need to improve within ourselves, work from the inside out. Are we happy with our career, or are we unsatisfied? You got to reflect on all of that. Where is your personal power being taken, but also where are you receiving it? Okay. Thursday, the moon, reflecting on what's going on subconsciously. Oh, hang on, I gotta verify myself. There might be something that is revealed within yourself, within your life, collectively, but it's more so just this very much so like just a surrender energy. And a connecting type of energy. Like I said, the subconscious, the occult, what's hidden underneath. There might be something that is revealed to you, really tapping into your spiritual self and why you subconsciously do the things that you do. And then Friday, 3 of Pentacles, networking energy, planning energy, structural energy, consulting energy. And then underneath the deck was the 3 of Wands. The 3 of Wands is saying, hey, your results are on their way. You're going to start to see the fruits of your labor. Things are manifesting. That's exciting. We have all these positive messages through the Oracle as well. Let's do this one. Oh, we're over time. Sorry, but not really. All right, what else do we need to know for this week? we go. I told you. Surrender to the divine. Okay? Full moon. We have a full and new moon. Surrender to the divine. That's what I was saying. I watched your live for 200 minutes. Holy cow. It's quite a bit, Gina. I appreciate that. All right, let's get our spicy decks out now. These ones will call you out. They're funny, but if you get offended easily, it's time for you to scroll away, okay? Thank you all for handling the chat. I appreciate you. All right. What is our message for the next 4 days? Tuesday through Friday. It says all blessed out and nowhere to go. I guess I'll just chill. So I like that because it goes with what I was saying. The first few days, it could be that it's surrender. It is just going with the flow. And it says, I guess I should just chill. I don't know if that's a buzzard or a hawk right outside my window. It's hard to tell. Kind of far away. Anyway, it's like all blessed out and nowhere to go. I guess I'll just chill. So, like I was saying, tomorrow for the new moon, solar eclipse, and fucking A, Lunar New Year, surrendering, spending time with friends and family. Maybe you don't feel like going out, but it's like spend time having fun, enjoying yourself. Don't focus on like cleaning and all that other stuff, right? Go seek out the influencers, the Chinese influencers that are guiding you on what is positive for you to do tomorrow on this New Year energy. But also, that could be an excuse, like an introvert. Think about that. All blessed out and nowhere to go. Guess I'll just chill. That's an excuse, right? It's an excuse. I guess I'll just stay home. You know, it's just like, it's nowhere to go. Yes, there is. Spend time with the people that you appreciate, that you enjoy, and who knows who you're going to meet. Thank you, Leslie. All right, this one sometimes will call you out and hurt your feelings. Sometimes it'll be your biggest cheerleader. We never know. So let's see. We got this one again. Says you're being shady. Watch out, shit could get ugly. What does that mean? What does shady mean? You know what's funny? I was thinking about this because we got it on Friday. What does shady mean? It means you're doing something with a negative intention. Now, what does that mean? How do you call yourself out on that? Like I said, there could be a situation here where you're like, oh no, you know, nobody's gonna wanna hang out with me. Nobody's gonna wanna do anything, this, that, and the other. And what you're doing is you're on the surface making it look like, oh, poor, pitiful me, whatever, but you're actually feeding your ego. You're feeding the fact that you're afraid and you're insecure and all these negative thoughts, right? You're feeding that egregore of negativity. Also, being shady, again, on the surface appearing as one thing, but on the inside, like I said, we have the moon here. On the inside, something very different. So think about how maybe you're being shady with yourself, how you're lying to yourself, how you're fooling yourself, how you're already predicting a negative future. Listen, remember, your manifestation, thoughts and communication, emotions, and action. Your emotions are your truth. Your thoughts is just a processor. It's just processing what you've experienced in the past, and you're trying to figure out how this is going to come into manifestation. Well, you can't do that because you haven't done it before. You haven't experienced that before, so your brain can't process it. It can't possibly figure out how that's going to happen. So that's why it's important to surrender to the universe. So when the brain is trying to process something that is impossible to process because you haven't experienced it, then the emotions get negative, and then your actions follow suit. Okay? Think about it in a way where, like we have the Olympics happening, right? And they always say, nobody can beat this time, nobody can do this and this and that, and then somebody does it. And then guess what? People all behind them start doing it because they've seen it happen. They know it's true now, that it is possible. So instead of seeing other people living the life that you want and getting envious or doubtful for yourself, just use it as a message of, oh, it is possible. It's very possible. I came from a lot of trauma, abuse, all kinds of things. Actually, the Dallas Voyager is writing or producing an article on me as like a Dallas hidden gem. And it's like, you know, I did not, you know, I was not born with a silver spoon. You know, I had a life just like anybody else. I did go through abuse and different kinds of abuse. And I mean, all kinds of things in my marriage, all of that. I've hit rock bottom many times. So it's not like I just woke up like this, you know, I built this brick by brick. And so you can too, but you have to be ready to do the work. You have to put your blinders on and you have to go for it. Otherwise, I mean, you're just gonna stay where you are, okay? So, like I said earlier, if you have a spiritual practice and you cannot seem to get it off the ground, get into the Spiritual CEO Immersion. TikTok, you're gonna have to go to my full website. It is linked in my bio. Go to the menu on my website. You see it right there at the top, Spiritual CEO Immersion. YouTube, it is linked down in the description. TikTok, I will have it linked pretty quickly, but I just didn't have time. It slipped my mind. So go there, read through everything to make sure it applies, and then you apply for the immersion, okay? If you have not built a business yet, if you don't have a practice and you're wanting to learn, ladies, get into the tribe. That's where my tarot apprenticeship is. I'm also creating a full journey for you. I'm so excited for this. You're gonna love it. It's gonna be a full awakening journey. Guys, if you wanna learn tarot, but you can't get into the tribe because it's ladies only, message me and I will send you the link to get into my tarot apprenticeship, okay? The Quantum Master Academy Inner Circle is closed right now because I already have a class in session, but in October, it will reopen for 2027, okay? So there's many ways that we can connect and we can work together. You just have to figure out where you are in those sections, okay? But yeah, the Spiritual CEO Immersion is going to be limited. I won't cap it. We do have to do, you know, a live chat just so we can make sure that I'm a great mentor connection for you and you're a great student connection for me, okay? Because we're gonna spend 6 months together and it's a very intense, high-touch cohort where we're gonna have live teachings, live sessions. You're gonna have action steps, homework to do to build your practice. And like I said, we're going to work from the inside out. I'm going to also be bringing in some experts in the healing industries to help the inside out transformation, okay? I got you. All right, so I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful week. Happy Lunar New Year, getting into the fire horse. And I will see you Friday, 10 a.m. 9 a.m. is a little early. 10 a.m. Central Standard Time right here. And we're gonna look at the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday, okay? Mwah. Love you all.